Whoa, I was going to schedule a live stream, but it's already 2 o'clock. Well, what can I do? I had an idea for a little live stream. I don't know if that's on anything. Okay. Yeah, I had an idea for a live stream, and I figured I was looking at my comments on my channel, and I saw a whole bunch of comments that I never saw before. A whole bunch of comments that I didn't know were there. And I check the comments once in a while, and there's a whole bunch of comments that I've never even seen before. So I figured I would talk about them a little bit. There's really nothing for me to respond to because they're not actually saying anything. But let me see here. Yeah. There's a lot of ad hominem statements that don't prove anything. Of course, if they say something like you're stupid or something like that, there's no supporting evidence for that. And then they're just mere assertions. And it doesn't prove anything, and there's really nothing for me to respond to. What am I supposed to respond to? They didn't say anything. I mean, they said something about me, but they didn't say anything about anything I said. So how am I supposed to respond to something like that, They don't actually say anything. If there was something for me to respond to, I could respond to it. As it is, they said nothing of substance, so there's nothing of substance for me to say in return. Then that they didn't actually say anything of substance. That's the only thing I could say. You didn't say anything, you didn't prove anything, so there's nothing you can tell me. Basically, the worst thing about these responses is that they're all wrong and I'm right. Of course, they're all wrong and I'm right. The proof is that they had nothing to tell me. If they had something to tell me, then maybe they would be right, but they didn't have nothing to tell me, so I guess I'm right. They actually make me think that I'm smarter than they are, that I'm on a higher level. It just goes right over their heads, and they have nothing to say. So anyways, I figured I would read some of them, and just for the fun of it, and see what they have to say. So, without further ado, let me see if I can show it here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let me just read a couple of these. I don't know how many of these I can read. It gets boring after a while. But somehow these comments appeared on this discussion here, and I've never even seen these comments before. I did reply to them, and they got a lot of upvotes. Some of these got a lot of upvotes. Maybe no, they're not all. Anyway, let me try to see if I can answer some of these things, because it would be interesting if I could answer. If they had an actual question for me to answer, then I would see. So let me see if I can answer some of these responses here, just for the fun of it. I just discovered this channel. My whole biology department is having a laugh. And this is 3 years ago. I don't even know where these comments came from. It's 3 years ago. My whole biology department is having a laugh at some of your videos. Personally, I see a lot of psychological projection and tons of arguments from ignorance. Keep up the good work, as this is better than Comedy Central. Okay, what can I respond to? Is there anything I can respond to that? He didn't say anything. He said stuff about me. He didn't actually say about anything I said. So that's, there's nothing for me to respond to. Let me try another one. I watched this guy's video like I watch a primate exhibit at a zoo. Utterly fascinating stuff. The word salad and pseudoscience glossolia is a skill in its own right. Wow, that's a compliment. If you're looking for the bottom of YouTube, look no further, folks. Jargon is here. Kudos, weird brother. Now let me see if I can respond to something. The zoo, fascinating, solid, pseudo, solia, bottom YouTube. He didn't say anything. What did he say? Nothing for me to respond to there. Let me try this next one. Idiot. Okay. So? And what? And then what? If you lose the sunglasses and the beard, you'd look less like a crazy person. Okay, and what am I supposed to respond to here? I hope you're doing well in little school. Okay, didn't say anything for me to respond to. Dude, you are insane. So, and what's your excuse? If God created man, then who created God? Then who created the thing that created the thing that created God? Plus, why can't someone believe in evolution and God? You're all black and white when most of the world is gray. Okay, these comments are getting older. This is 5 years old. And if you know much about anything I say, you probably know that this is an argument from infinite regress, which is my point that I make, is that you have to have a bigger and better God all the way back until you get to the greatest God. So that's proof of God. Plus, why can't someone believe in evolution and God? Well, you can't believe in evolution because it doesn't exist. And, it just doesn't exist. I'm all black and white when most of the world is gray. Yeah, it's gray because there's no meaning in life. But when you have meaning in life, everything's black and white. Everything's clear. So, evolution wouldn't be a problem if it had evidence, but there is no evidence of evolution. It doesn't exist. It's like a lie. It doesn't exist, or it is a lie. So I had one comment that actually said something or asked something. So that's good. Good on Aaron Bennett 5 years ago. And I didn't even know the thing existed. But anyway, you get bored of saying the same old thing over and over again and decide to actually learn something. It must be a foreigner. Must have put it in Google Translate. Okay, that didn't say anything. Thank you, brother, for making creationists look even more bad. This one's good. Keep up the good atheist fight. We support you. Well, that's an ad hominem statement directed toward the person, has nothing to do with anything I ever said. So, that's irrelevant. I see you're too embarrassed to reveal your identity. Yeah, I would be too if I was as stupid as you. the village called. They want their idiot back. Well, I do reveal my identity as much as needed. I don't really care to be a, what do you call it, a celebrity. So there's that. But anyways, that didn't say anything. That's irrelevant. Troll, lol, unnamed user, away. That's irrelevant. Ha ha ha. All this time on YouTube, over a year and 87 subs. This is 6 years ago. Ha 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 ha. All you did was just weaken your side with your retarded sayings and grow the other side. What? Can't back into. You ever think you might be doing something wrong, or maybe your peers told you the wrong thing? Go back to your cave and learn a thing or two about science. He didn't tell me any. He didn't give me any science to learn. Cannot back anything up. Who can't back anything up? And I don't make assertions. I make observations anyway. Who's not backing anything up? You made a whole bunch of statements here, and you're not backing anything up because they're about me and not anything I said. So that's irrelevant. Saw you on the hangout last night. God bless you, brother. Okay, fine. The flat tax is an empty. No, I don't even know. I'm not interested in that. This guy is a troll. Just ignore him. Irrelevant. You said a lot of ancient civilizations came out of Samaria. Noah was still living when the Sumerian Abraham was born. Much of that is true, but there's no evidence that either Abraham or Noah ever existed. Peace, friend. All of history goes back to Noah, and it goes back to Noah through Abraham, so that's irrelevant and wrong. This isn't trolling anymore, it's just sad. Get a life. It's just sad that you can't tell me anything. I like this. 6 years ago. Get off of YouTube, please. No. People like you are holding back the progression of our society. Go back to grade school and learn a thing or two before you express your ignorance. Notice how many comments are negative and how many are positive. Some are positive. But notice how many people aren't even saying anything. This is irrelevant. Nothing there. Troll, nothing there. Jargon, perfect name for such ignorant jungle animal that spews jargon. Oh, that's pretty good. Except it doesn't say anything. It's painful and hilarious to see your ignorance. Keep up the terrible work. That didn't say anything. Anyway, I'm getting bored of this already. So, might as well go back to the fossil pictures. It's more interesting, the fossil pictures. So I'll just go ahead and go to some more slides. If I can go to some more slides here. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wrong thing. Image slides. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now I can change the slides. 1. Okay. That way we get different scenery around here. And if there was something here that we could talk about, or if somebody wanted to talk about something, that would be good too. So I'll just put this in here. I can't even put this in here, can I? It won't copy and paste, so I have to go here and here and here to put it in there. Okay. So that was a lot of fun. Not. But the point that I'm making is that people respond to me all the time. This is just a sample what people say to me. And they never actually say anything of substance. It's always irrelevant nonsense that never proves anything of any kind. It doesn't prove. I don't know what they want to prove. Did they want to prove that mindless matter makes itself? Doesn't prove that. Does it prove that mindless matter makes a directed working mechanism? No, doesn't prove that. Does it prove energy can make or order itself? No. Doesn't prove anything. Does it prove you can get written instruction that's not there? No. Does it prove that chimps and humans have the same common ancestors? No. Of course, that's disproved. Does it prove any organism can ever be anything other than what it's directed to be? No. I have to answer right away. Hello, Fyodor. How you doing? How do you know all matter possesses mind, and it isn't a unique configuration of matter which gives rise to matter? Rise to mind. Well, how do you know all matter possesses mind? No, I don't think matter does possess a mind. And is it a unique configuration of matter which gives rise to mind? Yeah, it's the configuration of matter that gives rise to mind, but the configuration is not random though. The configuration is directed. Okay, so you are not a pancyst. I don't know what the pancyst is. Pantheist. Panpsychist? I don't know what a panpsychist is. So yeah, matter doesn't have a mind of its own, and it cannot sequence itself or concatenate itself or program itself to have a mind. It needs an external force or power to put itself in the right configuration so that it has a mind. Panpsychism is the belief that all matter is in some way possessing a quality of mind. No, I don't believe that. Basically, the entire universe is consciousness. No, that's like a quantum thing or something. I don't know, but quantum is just a small part of energy. It's not, doesn't have a mind, and it doesn't make up a mind unless it's concatenated or programmed or directed to be a mind. Yeah, well, that's what people seem to think. I guess some people think that, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that matter has any mind, or that any part of matter has a mind. Okay, I understand you just wanted to figure out your standing regarding that. No, I don't believe in the quantum woo. No. Thanks. Have a good evening. You too, Fyodor. Take it easy. Yeah. Yeah, so most of the comments are like that. They don't actually say anything for me to respond to, and I don't know. I guess they think that they're trying to discourage me or something. I don't know, but that seems to be what the intent is, to try to. Some of them actually say get off of YouTube, which is amusing, but you don't prove anything, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me to do anything because you never proved anything. Now, if you proved, I could tell an evolution to get off of YouTube because they don't have a basis for what they're saying. You know, whether they would or not is another thing. But I would have grounds for telling somebody to do something because of their baseless belief, because I prove that they believe in something that's not founded in reality. But if you don't prove nothing, you can't tell me nothing. So that's what most of the comments are. Most of the comments are like that. And it's amazing how many comments are like that. It's like, and they go back 8 years. If I kept on reading, they would go back 8 years. I guess that's how long I've been on YouTube. But I don't know where the comments came from. They just came out of nowhere. I've never even seen them before, and the comments that were there aren't even there. So I don't even know what's going on with that. Maybe it's the way you look at them or something. I don't know. Let me look at this thing here. Wait a minute, where is it? Oh, over here. Okay. So maybe it's how it's sorted. No, it couldn't be how it's sorted. Couldn't be how it's sorted. Same thing. Let's see, newest video first, newest first. Oh, here's a bunch more I haven't seen. Well, I guess I responded to that one. Well, it's got bad language. Maybe I found some more, but they're basically all the same thing. It's all the same thing. I'll go ahead and quit the live stream because I don't want to bore anybody more than I have already bored people. So, I hope everyone has a nice day. I hope everyone learns the truth of God's Word. And God bless everyone in the light of God's Word.